So, I told y'all when I was living with my mother and going to college, and I was wanting to just concentrate on school, right? So I told my mom, hey, is it cool if I go to college and not, work anymore? She tells me, yeah, of course, you're my son. I'll take care of everything, don't worry. I swear to you, I quit Walmart because she said it would be fine. And not even a month after I quit, she was already telling me, you're a lazy piece of shit. You need to get a job. You need to help with these bills. I can't do it all by myself. And I told you, you're the one who told me I could quit. If I had known you were going to give me this shit, I would have stayed with Walmart. Like, what the fuck? Whatever. Fucking God, right? So I'm applying at jobs, any jobs I can get. And this was back when, 2008, 2009. And I get hired part-time at a movie theater downtown. And I actually really liked this theater because it was small and old and it felt kind of intimate, not these big ass theaters like they had and they have now with the IMAX screens that you've got to move your whole head to see parts of the movie, or just those same big ass screens if you're sitting all the way up in the front and you're looking up the whole movie. It just sucks for your vision and your neck, you're holding your neck up and bullshit. Anyways, it was a pretty chill job. I remember my main boss that was there, he was gay. He was always telling us, like, this one story. I guess he would always tell the new hires about how Tommy Lee Jones came to that theater to watch a movie, right? And all these civilians were there coming up to him and to be like, hey, let me meet you, take a picture. I loved you in No Country for Old Men, The Fugitive, and Batman, blah, 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 right? And yeah, I suppose that's something, he would be used to because he's a celebrity. So, anyways, he finally made his way to his actual seat in the theater, Tommy Lee Jones, and he sat down and he was trying to watch a movie. Well, people were legit bothering him while he was at his seat trying to just get ready to watch the film. And so that gay manager, he walks into the theater and he just like tells everyone in his very loud, gay, angry tone voice, hey, this gentleman paid for a ticket to come and enjoy a movie. Could you please have some respect and let him enjoy the show? And yeah, I guess, with that really mean gay tone, like I said he did it, everyone felt bad and listened, and no one bothered Tommy Lee Jones for the entire movie. Afterwards, Tommy Lee Jones comes up to that gay manager. He says, hey, thank you for doing that. Would you like an autograph, or can I do something for you? And the gay guy says, my mother really, really loves you. If I called her, could you say hi? And Tommy Lee Jones was like, yeah, let's call her up right now. Yeah, Tommy Lee Jones just talked to that gay guy's mom, like right there, He sounds like a pretty cool cat, Tommy Lee Jones. Again, he was really good in Batman as Two-Face. Yeah, he was pretty good. You show me everything. You feel me everywhere. You pretend that you care. Do you care? Dude, I remember when I was at that same theater, it was when The Hangover was about to come out. And I saw the poster for it and saw, Zach Galifianakis on it. And I knew him from the Tim and Eric show. I told myself, man, I bet that movie's going to be funny. Yeah, I called that shit. And I remember also seeing Ghosts of Girlfriends Past with Matthew McConaughey. And I was like, oh, hey, I know him. He's from my hometown. Cool. But yeah, that movie wasn't very good. It sucked. And yeah, it did end up sucking really bad. Also, I don't know if y'all remember the movie Obsessed. It had Beyonce and Idris Elba and Ali Larter. And I know Ali Larter from Heroes. And everyone else Beyonce and Idris Elba. And it was this crazy, about this crazy white woman that was trying to steal the black husband, Idris Elba, from the black wife or caramel colored wife, whatever you want to call Beyonce. And man, this movie ends with, the black and white woman fighting and Beyonce just killing the white woman for trying to steal her man with that crazy ass white woman shit, And I remember holding the door open for customers leaving the theater of that movie. And the black women that walked out of there were, talking out loud saying, I do the same thing if someone tried to take my man. And then I would hear the white women walking out of the same movie and saying, well, I didn't like that movie at all. It's fucking hilarious, how racism just works in films. I don't know, it's pretty funny. I know a ghost can walk through the wall, but I am just a man Still learning how to fall. Also, one of the other managers there, he started talking to me about this pilot TV show he wrote that was kind of based on. I don't know if you remember, there was a moment in Back to the Future where Doc Brown leaves for what seems just like a few seconds of time on screen, but then he like appears back, and we don't know like what things he might have done during those moments, because it's kind of an unlimited time stream that he left in with the time machine. And that's what the show was that he told me. It's like Doc Brown on adventures in different time periods doing wacky shit that happens in history, and it all occurs because of him. He was telling me I guess the first episode would be how Doc Brown went to have John DeLorean, the guy who created the actual DeLorean car that is the time machine, and convinces him to, I guess, create it so the future can stay intact. But then with some, wacky circumstances that occur, Doc Brown leaves all this cocaine by accident or something, and John DeLorean gets busted for it, just like in real life. And I don't know, it sounds like Quantum Leap, and then also like Rick and Morty, but that was way before Rick and Morty was even a thing. And I mean, Rick and Morty is in shy and telling you that it's basically Back to the Future, inspired that shit. So, whatever. And I mean, when I heard the concept of the idea back when about that dude's Back to the Future shit, I was like, oh yeah, that sounds pretty cool. And I'm actually surprised no one's thought of doing something like that more recently with all the fucking remakes and reboots and the hunger for content on streaming sites and shit. And I've always joked that if Back to the Future franchise ever really got remade, I have like a gun with one single bullet ready to take care of myself. I mean, that movie, has a lot of errors about time and space or whatever, but it's pretty much a masterpiece. And yeah, I don't care how great of a director you might be and what budget you might have, it just shouldn't be remade. I saw they were making like a Broadway musical version of it. I'm like, okay, that's fine. That's technically not remaking it. And I know they did like Telltale Games did a video game, Back to the Future type story game, And I never played it. I heard it was really good, had good reviews. And of course they couldn't get Michael J. Fox to voice it because that disease of his had him all shooked up, But yeah, I just saw, recently that presentation for Neuralink, and they're saying within 6 months if they get the FDA to sign off on it, they're going to start putting it in human brains, not just monkeys or pigs or fucking sheep. The people are sheep. Y'all are sheep people. And dude, I'm ready for it right now, that Neuralink. I'm done with the ketamine. I was like, nah, this ain't really working for me. And I was trying some Fisher Wallace electrostimulator type device that you put on your temples of your head, turn it on, and I don't know, it simulates the shit in your brain where you don't feel scared or sad anymore. Yeah, it's not really working, so pretty desperate to where I'm willing to, I guess, try anything, even putting electrodes inside my brain and shit. In fact, I just bought some Delta 8 vapes and gonna try the vaping route, and hopefully I don't end up like those kids in those fucking commercials where they're hooked on it, But yeah, if y'all want to comment, I don't know, what y'all might take to help quiet the fears in your mind, I'm willing to listen. You're my angel, baby. You're my darling. You're my star. La 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 Lolita. Let her see me deep in love. Anyways, I guess that's another day, another dollar. Let me know, I guess, what weird jobs you might have had, or what cool jobs. I don't know, man, whatever. Talk to me about anything. I don't really care. I'm open to pretty much any sort of topics. And also, do you like Tommy Lee Jones? I mean, he's pretty cool, right? What was that one movie where he has to protect those cheerleaders? And he's with Cedric the Entertainer, so he's kind of funny. Yeah, you remember that movie. I can't remember what it's called. Also, did your mother promise to take care of you, like a parent just should do without having to expect it? And you just went back on her promise because she wants to hold you down and never see you prosper in any sorts of aspects of your life? Did that happen to you? No, just me? Yeah, it's probably just me. But yeah, take care. Thanks for listening, and yeah, bye.